Very quick PowerPoint presentation to provide some context or to really answer the question, what's our problem and how did we get into this? And so if you want to go back, about 5 years, 7 years to 2003, and I'm using the construction permit data from Louisa, the economy was growing, and we can tell that by, the number of building permits that people were wanting to build new construction in Mecklenburg County. And the high in 2006 was about $4.25 billion worth of new construction. This was helped by the fact that we had a very low unemployment rate, less than 5%. That made Mecklenburg County a very popular place to be in terms of finding a job. So our population grew from 700,000 to 900,000 during that period of time. And at the same time, CMS enrollment went from 100,000 to 130,000 kids. And so how did the county respond? We responded in two ways. First, we responded by building infrastructure. We built stuff. We built a new courthouse, we built new schools, we built new parks, all sorts of facilities so that the people could have places to go to do things. And at the same time, we also expanded services. And you can see the county-funded budget on the right from 2000 to 2007 grew from about $470 million to almost $800 million from 2000 to 2007. And this does not include debt services, only looked at the money we spent on county-funded services as well as education services that the county funded. And again, this was all made possible by, like Harry said, by growing revenues. And you can see from 2000 to 2007, revenues went from about $550 million to over $900 million. That fueled our building, that fueled our service expansion. But as you know, the economy slid into a recession. Again, I'm using the same construction permit data from Louisa, and you can see just how it dropped starting in 2007, 2008, and 2009. And especially in 2009, you can see the significant drop. And if we show 2010, you would see it drop even further than what it's showing there right now. And unemployment grew. It went from less than 5% to where it currently stands right now, above 12%. And the county was impacted in two ways. First, we were impacted because our revenues have gone down. And the example I'm giving you here is sales tax. Harry mentioned it. We were in 2008 collecting over $200 million. In 2010, we're looking at about $150 million. And in 2011, sort of what we're projecting and targeting as part of the budget, we're looking at even less than that. And at the same time, service demand increased. A lot of you are in those departments like health, social services, community support services, mental health, where you're seeing demand just go up. You have more customers you're dealing with every day, and you can see it. The example that I use here is unduplicated recipients of social services. It's a DSS data, but you're seeing it go in January 2008, sort of the same period of time that the recession really hit the county, to January 2010. You can see those unduplicated recipients climb by over 40,000 new individuals that we are having to provide services for. And so what did the county do? Well, we took actions to balance. As the recession started to impact us, we reduced $41.5 million from counties. Our total reduction was greater than that, and we actually got some revenues from other places like the ABC board. But reductions impacting county departments and schools and CPCC totaled $41.5 million last year when we did, about this time, when we did mid-year reductions. And then we went ahead and reduced the 2010 budget by $75 million, which Harry's alluding to, very few changes by the board. And now, right now, we are going through another process where we're having to take additional mid-year reductions. And so between the county departments and CMS and CPCC, we're looking at $20 million in mid-year reductions this year. And that does not cover the entire gap. We're sitting on about $14.5 million that we're looking at using fund balance to cover. And then we're looking at 2011, and we're looking at budget targets for departments and CMS and CPCC that are $95 million less than the 2010 adopted budget. So, and that gives you some context for sort of how we got here, sort of the broader picture of the economy, how the county responded to it, and sort of what we're going through right now.